Sairam class. Today we will gonna start our new chapter fraction and decimal. So as we all know that what is fraction and what are the types of fraction and how we can add and subtract in between fractions. But still revision is always necessary and helpful. So let's just revise and recall that what are the different types of fraction. First, we will go through proper fraction. In a proper fraction, numerator is always smaller than denominator. We all know that what is numerator and denominator. Numerator is the number which we can also say dividend. Means if two number are in fraction, that means we can say that this upper number is divided by this below number, means this is a dividend and this is a divisor. So we can say that numerator is the dividend part of a fraction and denominator is the divisor part of a fraction. Or we can easily understand this that P upon Q is a fractional form. So P is numerator and Q is denominator. So as we know that in proper fraction, numerator is always smaller than denominator. This is called the proper fraction. Now let's go to the improper fraction. Improper fraction is exactly opposite to the proper fraction. As in proper fraction, numerator is smaller and denominator is greater. Whereas in improper fraction, denominator is smaller and numerator is bigger. Improper fraction is a combination of whole and proper fraction, means whole number and a proper fraction. That means we can write an improper fraction in the form of mixed fraction. Here you can easily see that this is an example of improper fraction and it could be write as this form, which is known as mixed fraction. Now let's recall that how we can convert or write an improper fraction in the form of mixed fraction. We know that 7 by 4 is an improper fraction. Let's divide 7 with 4. So we get 3 as remainder and 1 as quotient. Now we can write this as in this form. This is known as the mixed fraction. Now, how we can convert the mixed fraction into improper one? So, for this we have to multiply 4 with 1, we get 4 answer. Then we have to add the result of their multiplication with this one. So 4 plus 3 will be 7. So we get again 7 by 4. This improper fraction. That means an improper fraction is just another form of mixed fraction. Now after this, for exercise 2.1, in this exercise we have to add and subtract in between various fractions. So let's start and solve question number first. In this, The first part is we have to minus 2 and 3 by 5. Here we know that 2 is a whole number whereas 3 by 5 is a fraction. So how can we solve both of them? For this, we have to convert this whole number in the form of fraction first. For this, we put 1 in its denominator. Then it will become the subtraction of two fractions. Now, then we have to take LCM for both the denominators. So, LCM of 5 and 1 is 5. So when we get the LCM 5, now we have to solve it. We have to divide these two first. We get 5. Then we have to multiply the answer with the numerator. So 5 into 2 will be 10. Then for the next one, we have to divide them first. We get 1 as answer. Then we have to multiply the answer with the numerator. We get 3 as answer. Now 10 minus 3 will be 7 and 5 of denominator. The addition and subtraction of fraction we had learned in our previous class also, means in our 6th standard also. This exercise is just for the revision of those properties. Now, after this, let's try to solve the addition of two numbers. One is fraction, another is whole. So, for this again we have to make that whole number in the form of fraction. Then we have to add both of them by taking LCM for 1 and 8, which is 8. Then we have to solve and we get answer 39 by 8. Now, when we have to solve 3 fractions together to add them, for this we have to take the LCM for 10, 5 and 3. We get 10 as LCM for both, for 3 of them. Then the process will start. We have to divide the denominator. Then we have to multiply the answer with numerator. So division of 10 with 10 will 1 and 1 will be multiplied by 7. We get 7. Similarly, now we have to divide 10 with the denominator of second fraction. We get answer 2, and when we multiply 2 with numerator, which is 2, so we get answer 4. Now for the same with third fraction, divide denominator with 10, we get 5, and then we have to multiply 5 with 3, we get 15. After all this, we have to add 3 of them. We get 26 and 10 in numerator. So we can reduce this fraction by dividing both denominator and numerator with 2, because 2 is the common factor for 26 and 10. So we get answer 18 by 5. After this, how we can add two mixed fractions? For this, first we have to convert mixed fraction into improper fraction. After this, it will become easy to add two improper fraction. So for this, as we had discussed, that first we have to multiply denominator with the whole number, and then whatever the answer of their multiplication, we have to add that answer with the numerator. So multiplication of 2 and 3 will be 6, and when we add 6 with 2, we get 8 upon 3. 3 is whatever denominator we had before, we have to put the same for the improper fraction also. Now on the same way, we convert 3 1 by 2 in improper fraction and get 7 by 2. Now it will become the simple addition of improper fractions. For this we have to take LCM. For 3 and 2 we get 6 as LCM. Then we have to solve to get the numerator, and then their addition will give us answer 37 by 6. In the same way, we can subtract in between two mixed fraction. We just have to keep in mind that in place of subtraction, we have to put negative sign, means we just have to keep in mind that these both the fractions are subtracting with each other, so their numerator will subtract at the end. Other than this, all the other processes are same. The conversion of mixed fraction into improper, and the process of taking LCM is also same as before. Now second question is, we have to arrange the following given fractions into descending order. For this, we have to compare in between fractions, and for their comparison we should have the same denominator. So for first part we have three denominators, 9, 3 and 21. So we will take LCM of 9, 3 and 21, which is 63. Now for making denominators same, we have to convert all the denominators to 63. So for first fraction, we multiplied fraction with 7 to get 63 in denominator. So numerator will also change. Then for second fraction, we multiply the fraction with 21 to get 63 in denominator. So numerator will also change, and in the same way for the third fraction. Now we have new fractions with same denominator. So after having same denominator, we just focus on numerator for comparison. So here we have 42, 24 and 14 in numerator, and we all know that 42 by 63 is the form of 2 by 3. 24 by 63 is of 8 by 21. 1463 is of 2 by 9. That means this is the descending order for given three fractions. Again, for comparing in between fractions, we should have same denominator. So for making denominator same, we first take LCM and then convert their denominator as same by multiplying the given fraction with suitable number. After having same denominator, we will focus on numerator to compare in between fractions. In the same way, second part will be done, and this is the practice question for you for today. Now question number 3. is an activity based. This is a magic square. The sum of number in each row and in each column, also along the same diagonal, when their sum will be equal, means the sum of all the three rows are equal and the sum of all the three columns are equal and the sum of all the diagonals are column are equal, so it will be a magic square. So to check whether it is a magic square or not, you just have to add three of them, then three of them, then three of them. If you get the equal answer, that means it is a magic square. Similarly, you have to check for column and diagonals also. So it is your practice question for today. 4 is also very easy and it includes only simple addition. So it is also your practice question. Let's just discuss about question 4. So it says that there is a rectangular sheet whose length is given, which is 12 1/2, which whose wideness is given, which is 10 2/3. So we have to find the perimeter. Simple, we have length, breadth, and we have to put all the values in the formula of the perimeter of rectangle. So we will have 2 in bracket L plus B. Just put the value of length and breadth here and then you have to add them first. Then whatever will be the addition, then you have to multiply that addition with 2. Simple and just involve addition and multiplication. Let's move on to next question. Question number 5. Find the perimeter of triangle ABE. So let's find the perimeter of triangle first. The length of its all three sides is given, which is 5/2, 3 3/5, 2 3/4. Now we all know that perimeter of triangle is the sum of all its side. So to find the perimeter of triangle ABE, we just have to add 3 of them. Now for addition, we first have to convert these mixed number or mixed fraction into improper fraction, as we had discussed prior. After converting all the mixed fraction into improper fraction, we then find out the LCM for denominators, which is 2, 5 and 4, and we get 20 as LCM. After this, we have to solve the using the process, and then after solution we will get answer 177/20, and then we know that it is a improper fraction, so we can convert it into mixed fraction, which we had discussed prior. Okay class? Now the second part of this question is we have to find the perimeter of rectangle BCED also. Then we have to give answer that whose perimeter is greater. So let's move on to second part and try to find out the perimeter of rectangle. For this we know that the wideness of rectangle is 7/6 and the length of rectangle is 2 3/4. So just put the value in formula of perimeter of rectangle. Now we have one improper fraction and one mixed fraction. So first convert mixed fraction into improper fraction. Then we had two improper fraction. So we add them by taking LCM. Then we have answer 47 by 12 and which is multiplying with 2. So for this we solve this and we get 47 by 6. Now it is an improper fraction, so we can convert it into mixed fraction. Now we know both the perimeters, perimeter of rectangle, also perimeter of triangle. Now after comparison we get to know that perimeter of triangle ABE is greater. For comparison, you know that we have to first convert denominator equal and then we will focus on numerator, and according to that we will decide that whose perimeter is greater. Now question number 6. Salil wants to put a picture in a frame. Picture is 7 3 by 5 centimeter wide. To fit in the frame, the picture cannot be more than 7 3 by 10. That means the frame's wideness is 7 3 by 10, whereas the wideness of picture is 7 3 by 5, which is more than 7 3 by 10. So we have to trim the picture. So the question is, how much should picture be trimmed? For this we have to subtract the given fractions. Now let's try to solve it. We know that width of picture is 7 3 by 5 and the width of frame is 7 3 by 10. So we have to trim this much, means we have to subtract them, then we get to know that how much picture will be trimmed. So for this we have to convert the mixed fractions into improper fraction first, then after taking the LCM we will solve and get that 3 by 10 centimeter of picture should be trimmed to fit into the frame. Class, we can see that all the exercise is based on just addition and subtraction in between fractions. Question number 7 is Ritu ate 3 by 5 part of an apple and remaining apple was eaten by her brother Somu. Question is, how much part of the apple did Somu eat and who had the larger share and by how much? So for knowing that how much Somu eat, we have to subtract the part which Ritu ate from the whole. So we know that whole is always taken as 1. And we know that Ritu ate 3 by 5 part. That means her brother ate 1 minus 3 by 5. 1 means whole minus 3 by 5. 3 by 5 is eaten by Ritu. So when we subtract them, we get answer 2 by 5. So we can say that Somu ate 3 by 5 part of an apple. And by how much? For this we have to compare the share eaten by Somu, which is 2 by 5, and eaten by his sister, which is 2 by 5. So we know that 3 is greater than 2. That means Ritu ate larger share, and by how much? By 1 by 5. 1 by 5 we get by subtracting 3 by 5 and 2 by 5. We get 1 by 5. Now after addition and subtraction, we will discuss that how we can divide in between fractions. First of all, we have to know a term, reciprocal of a fraction. What is reciprocal of a fraction? The non-zero number whose product with each other is 1 are called the reciprocal of each other. That means 5 by 9 is multiplied with 9 by 5, we get answer 1. Means they both are non-zero numbers and their product with each other gives 1. That means they both are reciprocal of each other. So we can say that 9 by 5 is the reciprocal of 5 by 9 and 5 by 9 is the reciprocal of 9 by 5. First, we will discuss the division of whole number by a fraction. For this, let's take an example to understand. Let's 3 is divided by 1 by 4. For this, we have to convert this whole number into fraction by putting 1 in its denominator. Then we have two fractions to divide. Now, we have to change this division sign with multiplication sign, and in the same step we will convert this 1 by 4 into its reciprocal. That means to divide a whole number by any fraction, we have to multiply that whole number by the reciprocal of the fraction. Means when we convert this division sign into multiplication, in the same step we will convert that divisor into its reciprocal. After this, we can easily solve the multiplication of two fractions and we will get answer. Let's try to understand another type of division of fractions. Now, division of a fraction by a whole number. In prior, we had discussed that how we can divide a whole number by a fraction. Now we will discuss that how we can divide a fraction by a whole number. So let's take an example that 3 by 4 is divided by 3. So for this, we have to convert this whole number into fraction by putting 1 in its denominator. Now we have same situation, the division of two fractions. For this, we have to change this division sign by multiplication, and in the same step we convert the divisor into its reciprocal. Now we have the multiplication of two fractions. Solving them is very easy. We get answer 1 by 4. We can say that the division means to divide a fraction by a whole number. Multiply the fraction by the reciprocal of whole number. Hope you can understand easily that whenever we have to divide two fractions or one fraction with whole number or the whole number with fraction, we have to change division sign with multiplication and we have to convert the divisor part into its reciprocal. Let's discuss the another division type of fraction, which is division of a fraction by another fraction. Now we have two fractions, so we don't have to put any number in denominator to convert a whole number into fraction. We already had two fractions. Now we just have to convert or change the division sign with multiplication, and in the same step we have to convert the divisor into its reciprocal. Now we have two fractions which are multiplying and solving them is very simple. So we can say that to divide a fraction with another fraction, we have to multiply fraction, means the first fraction, which is dividend, by the reciprocal of second fraction, that means the divisor fraction. We all know that what is dividend and what is divisor. Dividend is who is dividing, who is being divided, and divisor is who is dividing the dividend. So in all the three cases, we have to just change the division sign with multiplication, and in the same step we have to convert the divisor fraction in its reciprocal form. Now let's try to solve some question related to exercise 2.4. Here in first question, we just have to solve given situation. First is 12 is divided by 3 by 4. It is discussed by us in the section where we have to divide a whole number by fraction. So we just have to put 1 in denominator to get a fraction. After this, we will convert or change division sign with multiplication, and in the same step we convert divisor into its reciprocal. Now after solving them, we get answer 16. And when we have to divide a whole number with a mixed fraction, so for this, first we have to convert mixed fraction into improper fraction, and then we replace the sign of division with multiplication and convert the improper fraction into its reciprocal form. Now we have simple multiplication in between two fractions and we get answer 7 by 4, and then we can easily convert it in its mixed form. It is an optional answer. This answer is also correct and this one is also correct. The other parts are almost similar as these two. So other parts are your practice questions. Now in second question, find the reciprocal of each of the fractions and then classify the reciprocal as proper, improper and whole number. So let's try to solve for 3 by 7. So we know that 7 by 3 is the reciprocal of 3 by 7 and 7 by 3 is an improper fraction. As numerator is greater than denominator, so it is a improper fraction. For 9 by 7, 7 by 9 is the reciprocal of 9 by 7 and 7 by 9 is a proper fraction. Why? Because numerator is smaller than denominator, that is why it is a proper fraction. Now for 1 by 8, we know that 8 by 1 is the reciprocal of 1 by 8 and 8 by 1 could be write as 8. And we know that 8 is a whole number. So in the same way, you have to write the reciprocal for the other given fractions and you have to then classify that their reciprocal is the proper one or improper fraction or a whole number. Question number 3 is based on the division of a fraction with whole number. For this, we have to first convert the whole number into fraction by putting 1 in its denominator. Then we have to put multiplication sign in place of division, and in the same step we will convert the divisor into its reciprocal. Now we have two fractions for simple multiplication and we get answer 7 by 6. But when we have to divide a mixed fraction with a whole number, So for this, we have to first convert the mixed fraction into the improper fraction. Now it will become the same case as the first one. So for this, we have to place multiplication sign in place of division and convert the divisor into its reciprocal. Then we get our answer. In question number 4, we have to divide two fractions. The division of 3 by 5 with 1 by 2, we can replace the multiplication sign with division 1 and convert the divisor into its reciprocal to get two fraction for multiplication. Then we get our answer 4 by 5. Similarly, 3 by 7 is divided by 8 by 7. So, place multiplication sign in place of division and convert the divisor in its reciprocal. So, we get answer 3 by 8 as both the 7 will divided by each other. So, we get answer 3 by 8. Now, when we have to divide a mixed with a fraction. So, for this we have to convert the mixed fraction into the improper fraction first. Then we will have the two fraction for division. Similarly, for when we have to divide a fraction with mixed fraction, we have to convert mixed fraction into improper fraction. Then we will have two fraction for division. And when we have to divide two mixed fraction, we first have to convert both the mixed fraction into their improper fraction form. Then we have to solve them according to prior. Class, all the questions are very simple and based on just properties of division of fractions. These two exercises are very simple and easy. For making your learning more effective, practice is always necessary. So, here are few questions for your practice.